Zap, zap, two screws.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Appreciate it. If you guys can hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell, that will help the channel out a lot. Thanks. I appreciate it, guys. Welcome back. Today we're going to be learning how to replace International Navstar MV 5-gallon DEF QLS sensor head unit, or the DEF head unit. This DEF line we're showing right here, guys, it's I just moved that. There's two of them, and they have this little plastic clips that you squeeze together, and you just gotta wiggle them around sometimes to get them unlocked, or they can be a little gunned up with DEF. Just be careful; those clips can get brittle. There's a tool right here I'm using right now. All the links will be in the description. Moving the clamps for the hose clamps. Spray some glue on them. It makes it a lot easier to slide those off. I got an airlift here in the picture. I'm showing right now that this thing works great, and you have to drain the coolant. This is the exact one I'm using, and man, it makes life a lot easier. You just put it in about 5 or 8 vacuum, and the front hose on the truck will collapse. You know it's in a vacuum, and you can see me when I pull these hoses off. You hear like an air sound, a sucking sound. Yeah, that's that tool. It works great. And those needle nose, I have a set of them. They have different kinds of styles for different small hoses and stuff, and all kinds of stuff. Hoses and different things you need. They work great, man. I'll put a link in the description for those two. I love those. And I just moved that in the middle there. There's a little breather hose too. I pulled off too, and I moved all the coolant, and we're gonna slide it off. And there is an electrical plug. I in the back. You have to unplug. You see it right there. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things you got to pull off, with including the race to move the tank. That's 7 things. So you got 2 DF lines, a middle breather, and the electrical plug, and the 2 coolant lines. Here, guys, we've got a Torx. I think it's a T25 or T27 T3. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, it's one of those 3. One of those 3. Here I'm gonna move in a minute. We're gonna be moving the head unit out, and I think it was about half full, and it was really hot that day. And man, you're gonna hear me cough, man. I got a bad whiff of that DEF. That stuff is potent. That ammonia smell. Woo! And 2, guys, if you're gonna do this, I would definitely wear gloves. You don't want to get that stuff on your hands, man. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want it on my hands. And drip it, because even if you get on the floor, it makes a mess all over the floor. It's like this white chocolatey film when it dries up. A little drip out. You're gonna probably still make a mess, but just it avoids not making it as big of a mess. Looking for anything debris, anything that may have interfered or something in there. Just, you never know. And this is a grommet that I'm just pointing to. There's a dowel inside that tank that fits in that rubber piece, and it lines it up, and this will fit flush. It may take a little bit of time to kind of get it in there right, and yeah, just have patience, because this is edited, so how fast you see them is not how fast I did it. And there's a seal underneath there. I'm lining up between those holes, so there's a rubber gasket that fits on there to seal it, and to line the plate up in the holes for the plate in that little, I don't even know what that plate's called, but plate that goes on top, and then underneath that of the head unit is a rubber gasket. All these 6 bolts back in, and just I use my electric ratchet to snug. Don't snug them. I kind of get them. What do you call it? Just suited up, not suited up, but buttoned up, not buttoned up to the tie, and I use my ratchet to kind of do a cross pattern, just make sure it's lined up right and snug. And we're going to set the thing back in there. I have to move the lines and kind of line them up right, and I'm putting the electrical plug in right now. I moved it off when you guys see in the beginning to there's a lot of zip ties. Remember, you're going to need some cutters, because there's a lot of zip tie. I kind of cut that out, but there's a lot of zip ties to get in place. As I said before, these needle nose for hoses is a great tool, man. Makes life a lot easier, especially how long they are, and they just work a lot better. They make life just way easy. And the coolant line's on. Remember that there's a middle breather. Some WD-40 because I tell before, I don't know why I didn't do it when I was taking it off, but it makes it a lot easier to slide them to put these clamps on. And these clamps that leave like an impression, old impression in the hose, I would make sure you try to get it as best you can to line them where they used to be in the when you took them off, because if you don't put like in that notch where the old groove, they can leak. Take little rubber pieces off on these DF, the two DF lines. It's gonna squeeze these two clips together. Yeah, those things break a lot. They get brittle, man. So just be careful. You'll hear it click when it goes on. Make sure it doesn't. Make sure and pull and try to get them on. And this one it gave me a little bit of difficulty. Sometimes they do. I think it was just the way the line is. You got to kind of maneuver the line to pull it closer. You want to make sure it's on. And we're going to put the tank strap back on. And as we see, we're going to be editing a lot of this because it took me a while to get this on, trying to get it not to drop at the same time, and put the bolts on and then tighten it up. All right, guys, I appreciate you guys watching the video, and if you could like and subscribe, that'd be nice too. All tools will be in the description, and please like and subscribe, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching. Thanks. Bye.